Okay, I just happened to catch Fox Soul interview. Um, it's hosted by Tammi and the title is "Should Biracial People Be Considered Black?" Now, just to give you some context, the host, Tammi she said she's hosted many of these, so she's a light-skinned black woman. That's what she identifies as. Toni BRYANNE, she's a content creator. She is a dark-skinned black woman. Monalisa Johnson, she is a criminal justice activist. She's white passing, so to me, she's white. Crystal JASMIN, she is a NAACP Image Award nominee. She is biracial, but to me, she looks like a white Latina. And then there is Cynthia G, influencer and YouTuber, and she's clearly African American. Now, this is an interesting little conversation that they had. The actual video is almost an hour long. I think it's 50 minutes long. But yeah, I will link that in the description box below. So you can click on that link and watch the full video if you haven't already or would like to. But I just wanted to give my opinions on sitting down and really listening to this and taking this in, and my conclusion about should biracial people be considered black. Now, with Cynthia G, she made some points. She said that with biracial people identifying with black people, we should care as black women because black men really don't go through this issue because they do gatekeep their blackness. If there is no one who's really accepting biracial black men as black, they make the difference regardless if anybody gives pushback or say it's hate. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson could not play a brown-skinned black man or a dark-skinned black man. They clown Drake 100%, and there was a few other men who were up for roles and they got their feathers ruffled and said something about it. But if you notice, these same dark-skinned men who try and gatekeep, the image of blackness being deeper brown skin to dark skin, they say a woman that is white passing with a black father, you are the seed of your father. That bullshit. But yeah, they are black women if they have even a slight drop, a half of a drop in them. Yeah, the hypocrisy, right? She was saying, biracial women, they are trying to slide in and take our identity without having a fully black woman experience. And that's true. I mean, I will never know what it's like to have a non-black parent, and a biracial or mixed person will never know what it's like to have two black parents because that's not where they come from and that's not their DNA. It's just not their experience, and those are two different experiences. And people say, well, yeah, they discriminate against me, call me the N-word. That's still not, you still have never experienced the full experience of a fully black woman. And even I can say I have never experienced the full aggression towards dark-skinned black women as a brown-skinned black woman. So if I can notice that, come on now, we can sit here and say that biracial people have a different experience than black women, and as a black woman you have to have two parents that are black to be considered black. Anything else is biracial or mixed race. Now, She did mention there's a caste system that places biracials that are palatable to Caucasian people. And to me, it's like a tier system. Basically, it would be, your white passing to very fair skin, the colored eyes, biracials, and then under them would be those who have deeper skin, brown eyes, and then, tier two is the light skinned black woman. Tier three is the brown skinned woman. Tier four is the dark skinned woman. That's how it would get. And the darker and darker you get, the more of a sub black woman you will be now. That's what how I feel about that. And, she was saying, why do biracials want to push their way into the black community and not be a part of the white community if they're both? Biracials are pushing and fighting to be in the black community because they know that is where they are upheld on a pedestal. Nobody's going to go to a community like the white community and be looked at and looked down on and stripped down and have to deal with those aggressions within the community because these people do not, it doesn't matter that you have a white person, you're not white and you're not getting in. And if you can go over to the black community and you have all these men because their penis is stiff by biracials adjacent to white, then they know that they can get, resources and things within this community and they'll have a better experience. So why wouldn't they? I am a strong advocate for biracial and mixed race people and multicultural people to have a space on applications or in everything to be able to check that. And I'm a strong advocate for that. And one point that Cynthia brought up was white people are saying they are black to benefit from programs for black people. So this is taking away opportunity from black people because of the biracial classification as being black. Because if you have someone who has a half of a drop in them, then and they look completely white, then you have someone like Rachel Dolezal, which she mentioned, coming in having absolutely not one drop of black in them, saying that they are because they have a tan or they put a tanner on and getting benefits, taking benefits from actual black people. And that's something that affects us negatively. And she mentioned, biracial women don't relate to black women because they are raised by their white mothers, which is true. We have a totally different way of rearing our children, and you can go on TikTok to hear some horror stories that some of these biracial children have been through. And she mentioned about the percentage of white DNA in African Americans and the biracial child being bronchiomento even more due to the upwards of 25% of white DNA being in African American people. So when I said bronchiomento, that's the whiting out of a person. Another point that she made was biracial women don't care about black women and how them co-opting our identity will negatively affect fully black women. They have zero respect and they do not like fully black women. And if they care about black women, then wouldn't they identify as biracial? And also, why is there not a concerted effort to identify as white too? Like, they are not beating down the door of Caucasian people to identify as white. They want to be classified as black, but they say we are the most racist, the most jealous, the most hateful. We're just throwing everything at them. If that was true, why the hell would you want to be a part of that community? Why would you want to be a part of that people group? That's the question that I have. if we're the most mean, hateful one. It's a lie. It's a lie. You're not trying to slide up in a community that is not uplifting you and you're not getting benefits from. That's a bold-faced lie. But I want to move on to Crystal. She annoyed me to no end. She said her mother is mixed and she should be able to identify as black as she want to. Her siblings are darker and she is upset that black women do not want to share their identity. She said they get discriminated against by both sides and there is no benefit to being biracial, and black women are jealous of them because they are not fully black. Yes, she said that. And she doesn't see a benefit of being white adjacent. So yeah, that's the typical biracial comment. Now to Monalisa. Remember, she's the white passing one. She said they are people too and they should have consideration. She had to make a choice on her license or birth certificate, whichever one. I was really tuning her out. She was annoying me because of the little underhanded Karen-esque shots that she was throwing because she didn't like what she was hearing from the black women. She said she wants to choose both, but she can't. And the whole point is she can pick black if she wants to. Nobody's going to stop her from doing that. It's just that in her mind, she knows she can't pick white. They won't allow her to do it. And that's what hurts the most. Now, she said she identified as black, yet what caught my attention is she brought up hair. Now, this is what came from her mouth. She was walking around not feeling beautiful. She was a nappy-headed big fro chick. That her hair is better with the mixed chick products. She said that. Not seeing the contradiction in it. Not seeing the contradiction at all. You need mixed chick products for your hair. You can't use white and you can't use black people. And that's what did Shea Moisture in. Just side note. You cannot, everyone can't use the same thing. For 4C hair, it has to be moisturizing, have a little weight to it. For mixed or biracial women, they're somewhere in between. And then for white women, I have no idea what their hair needs. I don't know anything about it. I know it gets greasy really quick, so they have to shampoo it and often. But other than that, maybe someone can comment in the comment section, what white woman, what does your hair need? She mentioned that, her dad married a black woman, I guess after conceiving her. I guess this black woman came in to be the cleanup woman, and she saved the day and cared for her hair. Even though a black woman came in and as a cleanup woman for her father and took care of her, which was not her child. She also said that black women are jealous. She said she has been discriminated the most by black women, and white people have not given her that level of discrimination or discrimination at all against who she is. Now, she went full Karen and tried to tear up, but they didn't come through for her. Now, Toni, she said it's problematic. Full black women have opportunities taken away due to biracial women that are white adjacent. She kind of flip-flopped on her stance a little bit. And she said no one fully black has went against biracial people, which is 100% true. Just because somebody may be angry with you has nothing to do with your biracialness. You could just be a bitch. And I'll tell about a biracial and light-skinned black woman bitchy story at the end of this. But black people have been more than welcoming of biracial people, 100%. I had a woman, all I commented was, you know, she doesn't have my hair type, so no, she's not black, she's biracial. A whole black woman came after me. No, they're us. They're fine. Let them be you. Let them be you. Now you see you're not in music videos, you're not in entertainment. Every time black woman is brought up, it's always a biracial. Yeah, enjoy that. Now, basically, Tammi asks black women, if the whites won't take biracial, then where do they fit in? As if that is our concern, as if that matters to us at all, as if we're supposed to figure that out. That's not something that we have to. So basically, we need to move aside. Their Caucasian parent will not let them in, or they have a serious issue with identifying as biracial. So in conclusion, this is what I got from watching the interview in full. Biracial women do not care what black women will suffer. They are thinking of themselves because they know white people will not allow them to identify as white. They are going to, and they don't care what you darkies think, nor what it will do to you. That's what I got out of this. You know, they are going to do what's best for them. And since white people aggressively gatekeep their identity, and black women are welcoming biracials in with half of a drop, they're going to go ahead and move in, kick you in the throat, wipe their feet on your back and front, and take your identity and benefit from it. And oh, well, that's what I got. They feel that fully black women are not needed to make a black child. And to me, that doesn't hold up in the court of science. They are biracial, not black, period. The one drop rule is a joke and a part of a money and property scam. Please don't add me with not all. That should be a given. This is a personal and real thing. Now, I said I was going to talk about a story. I've talked about it before, so I'll quickly tell that. And then in the video, basically, there was a mixed Latina, and a very light-skinned black woman having a conversation about nappy-headed, dark black children that picked on them. And the only reason that these ugly, nappy-headed, black, dark children picked on them was because they were light-skinned and they had good hair and they were beautiful, and these children were jealous. It couldn't be that they had this air of superiority. It couldn't be that they were an asshole. It couldn't be that they were a bitch. It couldn't be their personality. It couldn't be their manners or behaviors, or the lack of manners, or their uncontrollable behaviors, or possibly disrespectful words coming out of their mouth and the way they were acting. Oh no, they were perfect. And these nappy-headed, dark-skinned children, they are mini demons, and came after them because they're so beautiful. Yeah, I had to sit there and listen to it. They ended up never saying anything around my ass again because they knew it was a problem. Yeah, there's a lot of people who have felt comfortable saying certain things. It gives you insight to how ugly people who think they're pretty and better and someone's jealous of them really are. Yeah, I'll go ahead and in the video, again, I'll leave the full video, a link to the full video in the description below. You can click on that to watch it if you like. Leave a comment for me if you've ever experienced some light, bright, white adjacent person who thought you were mad at them because they're so beautiful. I can't even get it out, because they're just so beautiful and it was actually their attitude. Or, you know, if you have a story, go ahead, drop it in the comments, let me know, and I will see you in the next one.